Missed everybody. I want to let you know I missed everybody. Why you lying? Did y'all miss us? Did you miss me?
We did.
Y'all didn't miss me. Y'all just telling me that. Y'all are just telling me. All right, what we got?
Coach, we were talking to Nuke, and he said he's spent a lot of time this offseason working on his strength and speed. Can you address what you've seen out of him?
Yeah, I mean, I think you've definitely seen him. He is a lot stronger. He's playing with a lot more confidence. He's able to get off press coverage a little bit better. He's still got to improve his strength. I mean, he's come a long way, but you know, when you consider this is his first off season, I mean, heck, you only had one place to go, and that was straight up. And so he's still got to get stronger, but he has come a long ways, and you can see it. He's playing with a lot more confidence because of his strength.
How much did that put him behind him not having an off season before?
Well, I mean, the guy's had 2 pretty good years, so what's he going to do with a good off season? I don't know. I think that's wait to be seen, but I think it's going to help him overall. His stamina throughout the course of the game, injury-wise, should help him. I think it's only going to do anything but make his confidence grow. And so, you give him a couple of off seasons. How much bigger, how much stronger, how much more physical of a player can he be? And that's what's yet to be seen. So, my deal with Nuke has been and always will be, what are you going to do without the football? And that was a big challenge for him last year, getting better without the ball. He did as of late in the year, but again, that's still a challenge for him, and we're going to continue to push him.
What have you seen out of Andre this spring, and what are you working on with him as he goes into his senior year?
Well, obviously his strength and taking on the leadership of the football team. I mean, obviously he's deserving of that. He's played it. He's played in a game where there's live bullets coming at him, and you want him to be more vocal. You'd like for him to take on that assertiveness as a senior leader that you would like to have. That's not his style. It's not. He's not a vocal guy. He's more of a guy that steps on the field, and this is what he does, and he leads by example. And we just got to make sure that we're holding him to a higher standard than we are anybody else. Just because he's a senior doesn't give him any entitlement to nothing. So we got to hold him to a higher standard and demand more out of him, and he should be the best on the field. I mean, he's been here longer than anybody. He should be. And that's my challenge to him is we want to make sure that we continue to push you and strain you to get the absolute maximum we can out of Andre. He's done that to this point. I've been pleased with his performance in spring, but we got to keep getting better.
Can you talk about Taj going out to California during the break and your thoughts on that?
Well, Taj, like he did this past summer, it was hard for him to get out of here. I think he took 1 day off last summer. He was dug in and trying to learn the offense, and this was something that he wanted to go out and do and try to continue to press himself through spring and through spring break and go out there with Landry Jones, a friend of his, and kind of work together and that's all great and fine and dandy, and get some good footwork out of it and get he's out there. He's at least doing some productive things, which is a positive. Still, the bottom line is it's about his performance, and this is who we are. This is what we're going to do. I mean, Taj isn't going to. He's not like he came back and said, "Oh, this is all the new stuff I'm learning. This is what I'm going to do." That's not it. He went out there to try to better himself and try to just keep pushing himself and hear new ideas and new things. And I respect him for challenging himself in that regard. But we're not going to change who we are just because he took 3 or 4 days to go out to California. I mean, I could care less about that. I mean, I want to make him better, and what we're doing here is very productive for his benefit. And I respect Taj and himself trying to make himself better and come back. He came back with a great attitude and something. And I asked him, so what did you do? And let's talk about it. And I'd like to know some of the drills that maybe y'all didn't do y'all did that we didn't do, and some things that may help him out. And there's nothing wrong with that. And but still, the bottom line is about performance, and you can be picture perfect in all your drops, but if you're not making the right reads on the field, all that other stuff doesn't matter.
I would just say Kaylon Davis is improving over this time of year ago.
Today, not very great. I mean, not very good today. I mean, overall, up to this point, if we want to talk about all of spring, pretty good. today was very lethargic. It was you know, it was like pulling teeth at times to try to get guys going, and I don't know if they told them that it was an 8-day spring break or not. I hadn't got that memo, but they I guess I checked my email and see if spring break should have fallen over to today, but you know, they didn't. I mean, there wasn't the production that we needed and we had to have today, and that was my challenge to them. I was very disappointed in that. I was disappointed in Kalon today, but overall, if we're talking about the entire 6 practices of spring, has Kalon came a long way? Absolutely, he sure has. And he's in a role right now to be productive for us.
He said David Beasley lined up behind him at left guard. Who's behind Shalley at right guard right now?
Well, we're you know,
we got a mix.
Yeah, we're rotating guys around right there. I mean, it could be. I mean, if something would happen there and you have to move Brandon Thomas, I mean, it's kind of a cut and paste deal right now. But you know, Reed
Webster.
Yeah, Reed Webster is playing there, and Reed's doing. I've been really pleased with Reed. I think Reed is going to be, you know, he's coming on to be a solid backup for us right now. He still hadn't quite turned it loose to where that he wants to really truly compete for the starting job, but he's made leaps and bounds from the season, and so you're seeing him get some reps in there at that backup guard. So yeah.
You talk about the new blocking scheme and how they're picking things up.
Yeah, you know, I think we're doing well. I mean, it's really, you know, it's just some different steps, the different paths that we're taking, and you know, the way we're targeting things a little bit different. But they've done well through 6 practices. You know, again, you know, outside of, for the most part today, I mean, we did do a few good things today. I think we stretched pretty good, and we did some other good, you know, some other good things. We caught the ball at times well, but we didn't have the edge that we had to have today. So. But overall, as our blocking scheme goes, we're definitely leaps and bounds ahead of where what I thought we would be right now. I hate to say that because then they're gonna think we'll come and we're gonna order rings and everything, but it's not that. We're really taking a lot of great strides right now. We are.
I'm guessing you weren't pleased with practice today then.
Well, I mean, it was kind of nonchalant. I mean, I say that. I mean, we did do some good things. There were some good things out of it. We didn't have the edge about ourselves that I thought we should have. That, you know, I know Coach Sweeney was disappointed in it. I mean, overall, just the intensity level. I don't know if it was a spring break, you know, blues or what, trying to get back in the groove, but that's okay. We're going to get it out of them on Wednesday, so it'll be good. We had a big install today, and I think that had a lot to do with it. We might have slowed them down somewhat. But that's all right.
How have you seen some young wide receivers like Martavis and Sharon come on this spring?
Well, you know, they're coming. I mean, you know, we're still making too many mental breakdowns by both those guys. I mean, you know, Sharon is being very physical. Sharon may be one of the more physical wide receivers that we got right now. But he's got to start making some plays in the passing game. You know, we got to have him start becoming more of a part of that. Martavis has got to be more consistent. Unbelievable talent. It's the same old song and dance. We've got to be more consistent. We can't just halfway run a route one time and fully run it the next time. And that's our job to get him right, and we will. But they're learning. Again, the retention level is extremely high, so we're able to work on those things on the technique part. But you know, I'm pleased with their physicalness, and that was one of the main things I wanted to start with.
Aside from Brandon Ford, what are you seeing from the other tight ends?
Yeah, you know what? Sam Cooper's having a good spring. Sam's having a really good spring. I've been pleased with Sam. He's making some plays. He's still he's learning. He's learning his role. Daryl Smith is another guy that has a role on this football team. He's athletic, and I'm excited about Daryl. Those are the top 3 right now that I would say that separate themselves of all. You know, it's those 3, and then there's everybody else. So those 3 guys right now are battling for it. You know, you've got McLean is, you know, again, he's a hit and miss guy right now. I mean, he's still learning formations and how to get lined up right, and you know, he's got to understand that, you know, his big attribute's going to be, he's got to be physical. I mean, you know, he's got to be physical. He's got to play physical. He's not going to outrun anybody, but so he's got to make his money being physical, and that's our challenge to him, and he's learning that. He's got some spots right now that we're being able to check that and check him out and see where he fits. But right now it's those 3 guys. That's it.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
we're easy.